Hey guys, what is up? How's it going? My name is Kevin, and you're watching just some random facts and thoughts. Now, I've been wondering for a very long time what my very first video on this channel was going to be, and whether it was going to be something lighthearted or maybe something very serious. However, something happened recently that I wanted to talk about, and that is Wendy's announcing that they are going to change all of their menus to digital menus, and they would start testing dynamic pricing. Now, I briefly looked it up, and dynamic pricing is really just changing the price of your items based off of the demand. People were upset because it was like Uber's surge pricing, where they up the price when demand is high and supply, or also known as the drivers, is low. However, they seem to be the same concept to me. Once again, I just briefly looked into it because I am not going to be talking about that. Um, Now, Wendy's did state that they weren't going to be doing that, but I don't know if they said dynamic pricing. It seems like that's what they're doing to me, but like I said, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the concept of dynamic pricing as far as fast food restaurants go. Now, I can see a lot of issues happening with this. I mean, one thing, everyone's just going to be upset just by the mere mention of it because now let's say their like $5 burger is now going to be $7 at times, and knowing companies, they probably won't really lower the price, unless, of course, they think that they make a large profit out of lowering the price. But for the most part, companies don't want to lower the prices of their items because the higher the price, the more money in their minds. And even though a lot of people are complaining about the potential increase in prices, there also are a lot of people who would complain and then pay anyways. I have seen this many times where people complain about the price of something and then still purchase that item, even though it's not necessarily something that they need. One major issue that I see happening is you're in line and you see the price of a food item that you want, and then by the time you get up to the counter to order your food, guess what? Price has increased. Then what? Are you going to complain to the employee because they can't really change the price of your item? I mean, maybe they could, but they're really not supposed to. Or maybe on the flip side, you just purchased something and then right afterwards the price decreased. Um, yeah, that's gonna cause a lot of issues, and the people who are gonna catch flack for that, who are really going to see how upset people are, those are gonna be the employees who don't make a lot of money to begin with. Um, the people who are making these decisions are sitting in their offices, just looking at the numbers because the numbers are all they care about. I mean, it is their job to make a profit. But anyways, moving on. I was also wondering what would happen if the peak times change. So let's say peak times right now are between 12 and 2. What happens if, because prices would be increased during those times, that the peak times change to 10 to 12 and 2 to 4? Would the prices during those times increase, and the prices for the 12 to 2 o'clock block, would those decrease? And then, if so, then will people just go back to the 12 to 2 block? So I just see a lot of issues arising with that because now people don't know when they can stop on by to get a cheaper meal. And lastly, the thing I really wanted to talk most about, the reason why I wanted to bring up this dynamic pricing for fast food restaurants concept in the first place, is I thought for a brief minute that it could be good, simply because it could lower the workload for the employees. So at times there can be way too many customers in a restaurant, and that can just be extremely overwhelming for the employees. And as someone who has been in situations like that before, not necessarily with food, but just in situations like that, it would be nice to have that spread out throughout the day. So maybe you're not slow at all, but at least you're not overwhelmed at any one point. However, it also occurred to me that if this was for the benefit of the employees, that the increase in price would also increase their paychecks during these times. Now, I know that that's not going to happen because the higher ups will want to make as much money as possible, and they would only be using the surge in customers as an excuse to raise the price. But it would be an interesting concept if the people who actually had to put in the extra work during those rush hours made even more money during those times. All right, that's it for today. Like I said, I didn't dive too deep into looking up information about this topic. It was mostly just I heard about it briefly, and then these are the thoughts that came to my mind. If you have any more information relating to this, or you have your own opinions about this, please feel free to mention them down below in the comments section. I do ask that you remain civil in the comments section. Don't just go around calling each other idiots. If you have a disagreement and you don't think you're going to come to an agreement or at least understand where the other person's coming from, maybe just back off. No name calling, stuff like that. We want to be civil on this channel. And if you thought this video was thought-provoking in any way, please hit that like button down below and subscribe as well for more videos. Once again, I'm your host, Kevin, and I will see you later. Bye.